Welcome to All Things Savannah, our weekly program about the people, history, stories, and inside information about Savannah, Georgia. I'm Frank Morrow, along with Danielle Oak. Our guest today is Sunny Kurtz, Director of Sales and Promotions for Image Hotels. Sunny, welcome to All Things Savannah.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, we are here actually because of Sunny. If you have
True.
gotten to know this little space that we're in, it is only because of Sunny Kurtz that we are here.
That's right.
I met Sunny at a chamber event, and we were all like swapping names and cards, and she came right over to me and she said, "Do you guys want to check out our hotel for maybe a place to start filming?" And we did it that afternoon.
Yes.
We actually popped over here that afternoon, and
We sure did.
She's like, "Hey, this would be great." And we're like, "Hey, this would be great."
Sunny said
And it's
there's
been
a
great.
place to do the program. We were like, sure.
Yeah,
We'll
it's
come right
easy.
over.
Yes.
Yes. It was amazing because I heard about the concept and I love the concept because Savannah is amazing and everyone in it is amazing people. And I love this location because this is where Savannah started, which we'll talk about
Yes.
later on, but stay tuned.
Yes.
Okay.
So what we like to do often is start with people's sort of origin story and really start where
Yes.
people began. And Sunny's got a very interesting story. So
Yeah.
share with us, Sunny.
Are we going all the way to the beginning?
I think we should go all the way
All
to
the
the
way
beginning
to
if
the
you'd
Where
like.
you want to go?
Yes.
Beginning. I was actually was not born in America. We were refugees. We came to America in the late 80s. My family was from Iran, or we are from Iran. And I was born in Iran in 78, right when the Shah of Iran was being overthrown and the war started. And my family were not Muslim, we're actually Baha'i, and Iran is a theocratic government. So if you're not Muslim, you're basically against the government. And my family was actually imprisoned for our religion, which was very, very different. And I was very young, and I do remember bits and parts of it, like pictures of what was happening. We had to denounce our religion to be let go, freed basically. We had to say we're no longer Baha'i. And we had to put our names and faces in the paper and basically had to denounce our religion. And my parents did that just for myself and my brothers. And that's when we left Iran. We actually escaped Iran and went to Pakistan. Lived in Pakistan for 2 years. We went from Pakistan to India, from India to Japan, and made it to America. And we landed in North Dakota.
That's amazing in and of itself because
Yes.
of all the places that we might think you'd end up.
Yeah.
North
That-
Dakota's probably not the first on the list.
It's so funny. I used to tell people that was the furthest place from Iran my parents could find.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So I grew up in North Dakota. I went to University of Minnesota. My family owned restaurants, so I grew up in hospitality and food and beverage.
Okay.
I graduated from University of Minnesota in '02 in sales and marketing. Oop, I'm not supposed to cuss, sorry.
We try to be
Very
casual.
organic,
but-
very organic.
All right.
And I moved to Hilton Head Island in '02. I went to Hilton Head on vacation with a couple of girlfriends that were doing an internship in hotel restaurant management. And I had a job in 3 days in Hilton Head.
Wow.
Yep.
That's not surprising.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
not right.
Not
Knowing
surprising.
her, it's not surprising.
And I called my parents and told them I wasn't going home.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a surprise.
Staying
Yes.
here.
Yes, I'm staying in the South, in beautiful island, and my dad's like, heck you are. So he packed up and came down,
Did he?
and he loved Hilton Head, so I got to stay. I love
That's how that
Oh
happened.
yes, and they keep coming and visited me. I moved to Savannah in 2015 after meeting my husband. He was in the military, and we moved to Savannah and bought our house, and it's been an adventure since.
It's been an adventure all the way. I
Yeah,
would say.
yeah.
It sure has. That is right there. That's an amazing story.
Yes. He was in the military for 27 years. We spent 3 years here, went to DC. We still kept our house here. I went back and forth he went to DC. He was at North Carolina, and when he decided he was going to retire, we came back to Savannah, and that was in '02.
Okay.
And we planted our roots, and here we are.
That's exciting. Okay, so that kind of just scratches the surface of Sunny Kurtz. Now, Sunny, tell us your full name, your birth name.
Sanaz Kurtz. Well, it was Sanaz and Varinia and Kurtz.
Okay, and that
yeah.
was shortened to Sunny in college. What
Yeah.
did your parents call you? Did they call you Sanaz?
They call me, yes, Sanaz or
Okay.
Nazi is my...
Do they still?
They still, yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right.
So, but I love Sunny because it just perfectly describes you.
Thank you.
And your outlook on life, the things you're involved with.
Energy. She's just
we
full
could
of energy.
Go on for well beyond a half an hour if just
Right.
talking about what you're doing and all the cool stuff that you're involved with. And
Thank you.
follow her on Facebook. She's a riot.
And she
It's
is.
amazing.
She's
Oh my
all over
gosh.
social media. And she, in fact, she's taught us a few things about social media, I think, because she's so good at it.
Yes.
You know, that whole situation you were born into can't be that far from your mind on some days. You know, you must have reflections and thoughts about that. How much do you think about that? And would you ever go back? Have you gone back?
We have not gone back because of the situation in Iran, and it's difficult because everything is censored. They only let you see what they want to see or what the media covers. My mother's side is still in Iran. All of my father's side came to America because we were Baha'i. My mother still talks to her family. They used to go to Turkey. They would meet in Istanbul for years, and then when the coup happened in 2015, it was just too dangerous for her to go to Turkey or her family to travel. So they stopped seeing each other, which is very difficult for my mom.
Of course.
They still FaceTime, of course, which is amazing. In technology brings families across
Right.
continents together. But it is difficult because you don't see what the actual people of Iran are feeling. And being in America, we are so removed from that that you can't
appreciate
appreciate
Right.
what we have here. Or a lot of people do. It's just I have a different perspective, of course.
Right.
Yes.
We often talk about the tolerance of Savannah. It comes into every program we do, pretty much. That's got to also be, again, diametrically opposed to where you came from, what's happening now. But it's interesting you landed, of all places, she's here, right?
Yeah.
One of the most tolerant places we think exist.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if it was by choice or if it was just universe telling me this is the place to be, but yeah.
How much now do you feel connected to your culture? So do you bring? I know you bring your foods. Yeah. Tell us about the little girl in you and what you bring to your life today, and.
So my mother and I are very, very close, and our love language is food,
yeah.
And also entertaining. Obviously, you know that's what I'm very good at. So that's big part of it. If you ask her, we're very Americanized. That's her complaint. But
It's hard not to be if you're living here, right?
Yes, but I speak Farsi fluently. I communicate with my family almost every day. I don't know, a lot of people don't do that. My mother still lives in North Dakota, but bought a house here in Savannah and is, once she's retired, planning on moving here. But having said that, we always FaceTime or talk to each other every single day.
That's
And I think
very
that's part of
important.
our culture.
Sure.
Same with my brothers. That's basically it. I'm not too religious. Don't really follow that part of it. I have it in my heart, and I'm at peace with it, so that's good enough for me.
Sure.
But that's,
So,
yes.
so food and family, the things that really pull people together and keep people together.
Yes, yeah.
Great. So we are interviewing Sunny Kurtz. She is responsible for us being here at the Bluff Hotel at 630 West Bay Street in downtown Savannah. So we're going to continue our little conversation here, and what do you want to bring up first? Because
So I think the thing that's evident is her promotions ability. You know, you are everywhere, doing everything. You're at every important event. We run into you in lots of different places. Most of the time, I don't expect to see you because I usually see you here. We do, but there you are, and so you've become so good at this. Tell us about what your career looks like now that promotions and sales is your thing.
Yes, so I've always been in sales and marketing. It's just in my blood, being in hospitality, I guess. With Image Hotels, we have 5 properties here in the Savannah area, and Image Hotel is a family-owned organization. Yes, Cal Patel is the president of our company, and everybody knows him. It's so funny because when I first started this position, we were new to Savannah, and I had told him, in Hilton Head, everybody knew me. I was there for 16 years, and the joke was I was the mayor of Hilton Head.
I can understand that.
Because I had a similar job in Hilton Head in the resort industry. And we had 7 properties there, so I did all of that. And when I was moving to Savannah, I said, I want Savannah to be that. Because we're a small, big city.
Yes,
you know, at core of it, there is the core people that run the city, and I love that about Savannah because it's safe to go out, first of all, by myself, or if my husband's gone, or with girlfriends, or just meet friends out and be comfortable in the environment we're in. Or if you want to play tourist, and if you just want to go out, you can do that because we have some beautiful properties, rooftops, and you get to meet people from everywhere. I love that part of our city. I got goosebumps.
Yes, I agree.
I'm very passionate about what we do here, our hospitality tourism industry. And Cal Patel, the president, is a huge part of this community. He's involved in everything. And we have 5 properties here. We have a couple of properties in Mobile, Alabama. But my position with this company was just to be where Cal couldn't be.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm everywhere. And all of our properties are so different clienteles. So being able, so for example, this hotel is a boutique Hilton Tapestry. And we have properties that are in Pooler that are a little bit more corporate. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just thinking, my mind is thinking, I want to talk about that property in Pooler.
Corporate properties, so Courtyard, Doubletree, Fairfield, and the new Spark are all of our hotels there. So what we do at those properties for promotions and events is completely different than what we do here at the Bluff. So that's the fun part about my job. It's never boring. I get to go and interact.
Every day's different.
Every day's different. I get to get out and just, I don't want to say mingle, but it is mingle.
You do that, though, quite well. You do that.
Yes, yes.
We met you, we saw you, and I think Cal was there too, right? At the grand opening, the ribbon cutting of the Spark, right? Which was terrific. So how is this different from that? How is one different from another? How do you determine, what they're going to be, what kind of an image they're going to have? How does that come about?
Well, it depends on the market too. So the market for this hotel, we're in the historic downtown area, so it's very much tourist, wedding parties, because of the vibe of it. And then doing smaller events, we've had some events for some fundraising events for political parties. We've done fundraisers for nonprofits in this location. And this location itself is our legacy hotel. This is the oldest hotel that we've had in our group. Cal's father actually built this hotel in 1998, and we took it over. The next generation took it over and remodeled it into a Hilton Tapestry collection in 2001. So this is the baby of the family, from his father to him, and we're doing it. The other properties are, they're closer to the airport area, so a lot of business travelers, and we have banquet rooms for that. We have boardrooms for those. Usually, that's how you indicate it. And then it's right off 95 as well. Sorry, it's off 95 as well. So you get a lot of travelers going through.
Right.
That's the difference between them.
Good location
And
near the outlets too.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
A lot of shopping
So,
and dining.
My position, I do a lot of business to business collaboration. So going to these big events and meeting the executives from Hyundai or Gulfstream and negotiating or inviting them to host an event or stay with us when they're here on training.
Right.
That's the difference.
Well, you alluded to it earlier, but Danielle and I were talking, we did from the beginning about how she met you and how we came to be here. And you alluded to the fact that this is a very historic location in general, but even kind of down to where the hotel is. So let's talk about that for a minute for the folks who don't know right where we're located.
Yeah, so we are on the west side of Bay Street where Yamakra Indians actually had their main hub tent, their main organization. It was on this site. And when General Oglethorpe landed in the shores of our area, on our shores, he met Chief Tomochichi and they became really good friends. And Chief Tomochichi gifted the city of Savannah the 13 acres to General Oglethorpe as a gift. So this is exactly where Savannah was born. And Chief Tomochichi and Oglethorpe actually became really good friends, and they traveled to England. And if you come to the hotel, we do have some art displayed that was done by a SCAD student a couple years ago. So you can see all the fun art that we have referring to their friendship.
All around us.
All
really.
around us.
That's a great thing.
Yes. Yes.
What about
So
you?
that's
What
the
do you
story.
say? What's your next question?
There's so many things that you do. So it's just sort of mind-boggling.
It is.
So if you follow her on Instagram or on Facebook, it's almost like it's like a party every day.
That's a good way of
And
putting it.
and I don't mean like a silly party or drinking party or
No,
anything like
right.
that. I just mean
Social.
that you are so on the go.
Yeah.
So you're exercising. You're really into fitness. You do fitness coaching in some capacity.
I
not
do.
even
I'm
sure
a
what that-
certified health and wellness coach, actually.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yes.
So, fun fact, in early 2000, when COVID was just coming, I was still working on Hilton Head. My husband was deployed, and I decided that I wanted to go a different route. So I left my big corporate job that I was doing for 14 years at a resort, and I decided I want to be a certified health and wellness coach because I was suffering myself. I was so involved with my work that I needed a balance. So I became a certified health and wellness coach, did that throughout COVID, and I was working from home, but I missed the human interaction.
I bet you did.
You know, I was just missing it so much. And when I came back into the workforce, the more events I went to, the more women I talked to, they were all feeling the same way. We were involved with our families, we were involved with taking care of a household, our careers, and we were sort of missing taking care of ourselves, prioritizing ourselves, basically.
It happens quite a bit.
It does. So I'm very intentional about work-life balance and also creating those friendships. I founded the Savannah Women's Social Club last year, which Danielle has actually been to a couple of the events.
Fun.
This group is literally creating opportunities for women to get together for friendship, for community, for support. We just hit 1,000 members on our private Facebook group.
Oh my God.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you, thank you. And it's incredible seeing how many other women needed this in their lives, and just being able to prioritize ourselves. You know, in today's world, everyone expects you to do everything. I'm sorry to say this, but in my opinion, expects you to do everything for them, or just kind of put yourself in the back burner. But it is your job to prioritize yourself. If you
Yes.
don't do it, and that's how you teach other people how to treat you.
Yes.
So that's my belief. And so my Facebook post, my Instagram, just the way I live my life out loud is a representation of that.
Absolutely.
So that's why I have all of those other things.
It's
on there.
okay to
Yeah.
be forceful in protecting yourself.
Yes.
You know, some people think
Yes.
that's impolite, or someone shouldn't do that. But that is how you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And you have to, as you said, because no one else really will do that for you.
And if you're happy, if you're taking care of yourself, you're going to take care of everyone else much, much better.
Yeah.
So
I think your attitude is so much, I get to do this. I get
Yes.
to. There's nothing you're not doing. You know, you'll see cooking things on, they're not actually a cooking show, but they're pretty close. I mean, you made pickles this past year because you're...
I remember
got
that
2
now.
jars of her pickles.
Yes.
because I wanted to make pickles, yeah.
Because she wanted to make pickles, and she wanted to make. Didn't you want to make a recipe?
Everybody's
Like
going to be
coffee
beating
recipe
a
or
path
something,
to her
or
door
Okay,
coming up.
create something.
This is a fun fact, and this is one of my favorite restaurants. Patrick, I'm giving you a shout out, the Black Rabbit.
Uh-huh.
So
Sure.
the Black
Yes.
Rabbit, not a lot of people know about it,
That's
and
right.
if you do, you're lucky. Patrick is a good friend of ours, and he had just opened up the Black Rabbit, and we went to his restaurant, and he does these amazing sandwiches. But the best thing about the sandwiches are these pickled vegetables.
Right.
And they're instant pickles, but he puts fruit in his. So he's putting pineapple, he does watermelon rind, and it was like, I just go there just to order the pickles, and I'm like, Patrick, I'm gonna make your pickles. He's like, it's easy, this is what you do. Gave me the recipe. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it. And I did, and kept tweaking it. I haven't gotten brave enough to put the fruit in it yet. But
yeah.
But you cure your own, basically.
I do.
Oh, there's-
I make the brine. I do all of it.
So delicious.
That sounds
Again, food is my love language.
Mouth-watering. Really,
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, I saw it on your Facebook page, and I said, Sunny, do you think I could have a jar of your pickles? And I wiped them out, and I'm not a huge pickle fan, but man, they were
You are
gone.
now,
And
aren't you? Yeah.
And I got a second jar. I'm like, you know, it would be a great Christmas present for somebody like me. It'd be a great jar of pickles.
Hint, hint.
Yeah. I do really good pate too.
Oh, do
That's my
you?
specialty.
Really? Well,
yeah.
okay, now
What's
we're
your
on to that. We
specialty?
could,
I'll
yeah.
bring you that for
Pickles and
Christmas.
pate, that'd be
Pate.
fine.
Oh, yes, that sounds heavenly. We are here with Sunny Kurtz at the Bluff Hotel at 630 West Bay Street.
Yes.
In downtown Savannah. Always working it through.
You are
know?
doing it, man, let me tell you.
All right. Well, I'm not sure how we can finish this off because this is just like, it's so much fun having Sunny with us. What are some things that we don't know about you? What
Oh
can
my
you tell
gosh.
us?
Yeah, give us a little inside info on Sunny.
I mean, first of all, before you do that, I'll give you a minute to think about that. And let's talk about your husband, John, for a moment.
Oh, yes.
Who is amazing. And he is
He is.
crazy about you, which I love.
Good.
Yeah,
I like
yeah, we
that.
talked.
Okay.
We talked with him. We talked with him. We did.
He is like your biggest cheerleader. He's your biggest fan.
Right.
And I just love that. He is a delightful guy.
Yeah, I'm very lucky.
So-
I married my best friend. I truly did.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Always good to hear that.
Oh, we actually met online.
Oh, yeah. that's-
Yes.
All right.
Well,
We
a
met
good couple
online. I worked on Hilton Head Island. I should not be talking about this, but I'm going to.
Okay. Share as much as you like.
I had a very public job, just like I do here, so everybody knew me. And Hilton Head's a very small place,
Sure.
and I wouldn't date locally. That was just my thing. So I would always, this is bad. I would always import my men. So.
Here's a concept.
So we met
Import my men.
online. John had just moved from Hawaii to Savannah
okay.
via the military, and we met and we started dating. And he would always come to Hilton Head, and we did our date. And he would come back home, and I was like, all right, I'll come to Savannah a couple of times, and but that's how we met.
And then you got married here in Savannah.
No, we actually got married in Hilton Head.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
Okay.
We
So
did.
It was
All right.
outside.
It
was an outdoor
was,
wedding.
yes. We got
Okay.
married at Honeyhorn Plantation.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Right,
it was-
right,
it was
right.
beautiful.
place, right? Absolutely.
All
And how long ago
Yes.
was this?
5 years ago.
Okay.
you're still newlyweds.
We're
You
newlyweds.
are, but you know what? It's clear you're best friends. I mean, don't you think? You know, when
Yeah.
they're together, we saw you at the farm back in December. We had
At
a
an
chamber
event,
event.
yeah.
It was a chamber event, yeah.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
guys were terrific, and you looked like best friends.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he retired in 2020. I can't believe it's already been 2 years. 2022, after 27 years. He's working at Optum Orthopedics, but he's about to start up his own wellness, regenerative medicine. He was a flight surgeon in the military,
Right, I
so
think
he
you
has
told us
that
that.
background, and he's done a lot of amazing things. Opened up 3 clinics with that, and he's won awards for his blood thing that they did in Iraq. So he's won awards, and he knows his
knows his
thing.
stuff.
He knows his
Sure.
stuff. And I'm very excited for him to just do his
Yeah.
own thing.
Well, we want to keep our eyes and ears open for that.
Yes.
Right.
It's a new chapter for you
It
guys
is.
there.
It is.
Okay, so have you thought about what we don't know about you yet?
I
What's
don't know
the
if
new-
You did
a
give
lot
her a
of
little
people
time,
know a
didn't
lot
you?
of things about me because I'm very open. I live transparent, but I volunteer for One Love organization. I have been a foster mom. I have also been a foster fail.
Oh,
So
no.
our new one, we did not need a 3rd dog by any means, but
But
Duty
you were
called.
you were gonna give it a go?
well, nobody else would adopt him because he's special, and we love him. So that's that. I'm a daredevil. I try everything
Oh,
once and
anything?
maybe twice.
Anything recently? Anything that you want to?
Oh gosh, we just started rollerblading.
Oh, that's
I haven't
fun.
rollerbladed
Really?
in 20-some years. And through Savannah Women's Social Club, one of the other girls had rollerblades, and we're like, okay, we should starting it back up. And we all have pads
Oh, right.
because we're all in our 40s. I'm almost 50s.
Right, yeah.
Literally, we had to make sure we're not going to break anything.
Right.
Import safety first.
Yes, yeah.
precious to
So
break.
we've got those. So we have a rollerblading club that we do at Lake Mirror.
Oh, okay, beautiful
We
place.
do that.
Also. Yeah.
I mean, I've drank and eaten grasshoppers and
Wow.
grog with a boot and a sock in it, because that's what, when you're in the military,
Oh,
you
geez.
know, it's their tradition. So I've
Uh-huh,
literally done
yeah.
all of that because they dared me to do it.
I don't know about you,
And
Danielle,
I
but
did it.
I feel lazy.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I've done nothing in my
I've
life
done
just
nothing,
for
right.
listening to
Yeah,
her
exactly.
for half hour.
Well, thank you so much,
Yeah,
Sunny.
so it's such a
So good to
pleasure.
be
A
with
blast.
you here.
Yeah.
Yes,
I've been so looking forward to doing
Oh my
this.
gosh.
absolutely.
Thank you for the opportunity to come on and
Well,
tell you a little bit about myself.
Well, thank you for the opportunity for being here.
Yes.
you.
So
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys are great hosts.
Thank
We
you.
hope we do you proud. That's what we're trying to
Yes.
do, but it's a great place, and we tell everybody about it all the time.
Yes, we do.
Excellent. Thank you all.
Pleasure. We want to thank our tech team again today. We have Maria Oliver and Talia Bonilla, and my son Ben and his fiancee Nikki are sitting in and helping out, and we appreciate that.
support.
They're visiting Savannah, and they've given us a lot of personal and moral support here. And there'll be payback for that, I'm sure, at some point.
We're taking them out to lunch.
That's
And
right.
cocktails.
Yes.
I'm gonna do
Carol's
rosé all
coming.
day,
Rosé
and you got to
all day.
start now.
Rosé all day.
you can.
That phrase has got to go up on my wall or something like that. And of course, we are sponsored by Media MO and Historic Solutions Consulting. Another deep dive soon into the history, stories, and people of Savannah, Georgia. We hope you join us.
Thanks so much. Bye.
Bye.